Get off that exhausting hamster wheel and into balanced living with Dr. Marissa.
Promise you joy in the mystery.
Dr. Marissa, also known as the Asian Oprah. Her mission, to be a beneficial presence on the planet. Her purpose, to be your personal advocate to live, laugh, love, learn. Her life motto, don't die wondering. Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News, CNBC News, and NBC Sports Radio Station, AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Audible, Amazon Music, T-Live, Rumble, Podchaser, Streaker, Spreaker, and more. Why so many places? I want to maximize my splatter zone for more hope and happiness. So there's no gossip, no scandal, no K-words, no Kardashian talk, no headlines. Headlines? But Dr. Marissa, don't you want to be in the know about what's going on? Well, if it's going to make me, give me a case of the 4 A's, angry, anxious, afraid, annoyed, or 5, aggravated. No, I don't want to know the headlines. And so for the past 721 consecutive weeks, this has been the landing page, the landing morning news for anyone who doesn't want those 4 A's. Instead, there's an A that I'd like to have you be, which is amazing and feel happy 88% of the time. That's your birthright as a human being, and claim it on this show, because put the moose on the table, which is my Canadian version of talking about the elephant in the room. Every single headline, bar none. Yes, at the end of a news hour, maybe they have a nice story to warm your heart, but most of the news, true. Nothing is unbiased in media, by the way, in case you didn't know. But every single story has some element of shock and awe and angry rhetoric, because they want you to keep watching that story so that you'll watch the commercial. And pretty much I'm commercial free here, except for those that I choose to endorse, which is why I don't have normal sponsorship here. You don't have to listen to commercials about things you don't need. I made a purposeful decision about that, which really impacted the dollar amount that came in, but I don't care. I would rather have this as a platform for small businesses who want to promote for a nominal fee. So if that sounds like you, please contact me. But I really, really wanted, and I woke up at 4:30 in the morning with the idea for this, with the Voice Ed Radio back in May 1st, 2012 was the first show, because I didn't want you, I didn't want you to wake up pissed off. That state of pissed off being, thank you for the heart, because there's just so much out there that is geared towards getting you riled up. This in particular these days, MS, meaningless scrolling. I'm guilty. You can lose an hour just, and that after the whole hour, really, what have you gained in your life? Well, the latest gossip that you don't even know if it's true or not, or something about a cute kitten or whatever it is. It really, to me, I wanted my purpose. One is to have fun in life, but my primary purpose as a human being in giving back is to provide a space where people can learn something new, where they can feel good about themselves, they can feel good about the people they're around, even though they're annoying. So that's why I have this show, and I'm so glad you're here. I wanted to do an extended introduction this morning. There's a lot more eyeballs on me lately, between doing more red carpets, between Google, I'm grateful. Google, I've never paid for an ad, sorry, but has sort of put me out there. And I've got a really beautiful in person message yesterday from a woman who just said, I'm sorry, I'm just going to put it out there. I really love your message. I am really loving all the parts of you. Not that way, but it was just such a heartwarming message. And so I'm doing my part and trying to expand the platform so that this very, very, very much needed place where you can stop feeling bad about yourself and stop feeling bad about what's going on in the world, because really there's so much good going on. Not ignoring those things that are concerning, because every problem is just a cry for a solution. But instead of spending all day talking to your friends or yelling at whoever about what's wrong, I want us to be here. We're in a clear space. We're allowing ourselves to be aligned with the creation, the creative forces around us that give us beauty, that give us flowers, that give us every single drop of water in the ocean of abundance is different. Every single snowflake, if you're on the East Coast, every single grain of sand, if you're on the West Coast, all of that's different. And that was by design of a creative force that we're all connected to. And when I meditate in the morning, that's what I'm connected to. And I call that source the force. Some people call it God. Some people call it nature. I just call it my UPS man, my universal power source, who delivers every day. And everything that's going to be talked about today is a UPS direct delivery to do. And it's a special day. I love Mondays. I know people are like, oh, God, Dr. Marissa, really? Well, I know I went a little far during the pandemic. I started a series called Monday is the New Friday. That was just a little too far reaching. So we're all bringing it back, but it's called Mental Health Matters Mondays. Welcome to this special series. And as we do in every show, these last, I don't know, keep losing count, many years now, we start with breakfast. So welcome to breakfast. We're going to take a bite of my gratitude sandwich, what I do every single morning show. And that is top of the bun is looking around and saying, oh, I am grateful for balcony, what do they call those? Balcony barriers, so that when little babies like Tristan came to visit last week, don't go through and drop 18 floors. I'm grateful that someone, also designed high rises. I love high rises because I get a view, and there's nothing better for me than a view of the ocean. And thank you for that finger. That's that one, not the other one. I'm so grateful to see people, eyeballs rolling into my Cashew Gallery chat. Please feel free to also put your gratitudes in the chat so that you can participate. Otherwise, if you're driving, don't do that, please. Wait till you get somewhere, because I'm on every weekday morning, 8 a.m. drive time back to my great slot. 8's a lucky number in Chinese. It's a homophone for good fortune. Speaking of which, tomorrow's Chinese New Year. So, and even if you're hearing this a week later, it will still be Chinese New Year because it's for 15 days. And tomorrow's show, I'm so excited. I'm going to have my hematologist doctor and his wife, because they want to learn about Chinese traditions for Chinese New Year. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. But where were we? Oh, I'm grateful for high rise. I'm grateful for that. I am grateful that there are winter weathers out right now. There's something beautiful about blowing wind. It's not that often in California, and some rain, and it's cold, because I love wearing my sweaters that are like, have a shelf life in, in the season. And I had someone this year say, I love winter because you bring out your jackets. And I'm like, what? I'm so glad my fashionista is being noticed. I don't dress for you, I dress for me, but it is always nice to get a compliment about people noticing what I'm putting on in the morning. So that's it for the top of the bun. We go to the bottom of the bun. I want you to do this before you go to bed tonight. It's a very, very important part of my gratitude sandwich. It's probably the most important part because we're good at gratitude, right? Outside of ourselves. I'm grateful for this, the sun. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for my family. But when it comes to yourself, a lot of us grew up with well-meaning parents, sometimes more mean than well, and they say things like, "You're not all that. Don't toot your own horn. Who do you think you are?" Uh, we're told not to, you know, be too much, so to speak. And as a result of that, two things happen. One is we're constantly looking for approval. We trained ourselves thinking that the only value we bring is how much we please others. And if people give you accolades or put you on a pedestal or you have some notoriety or you're known for something or you're given awards, don't get me wrong, I like all of that, but it is not a substitute for what I call personal mastery. Knowing who you are, knowing how good you are at the core of who you are. You're not perfect, but you're 88% fabulous. 12% of the time you step in it, but at the core of who you are, and I'm talking to you, yeah, you, all 8 billion of you and me, we are not serving ourselves, particularly with mental health, if we cannot say at the end of the night before we go to bed, have I done the best that I could with the time that I have and the resources I had? Yes, we all can, because that's the best that we can do. And it's so important because most of us go to bed going, "Oh, I forgot to do that. And oh, I screwed that up. And oh, I'm just so tired. I can't do this anymore. Oh, I can't believe they said that about me." And that is not a good way to go to sleep. You will not sleep well and you'll wake up on the wrong side of the bed. And that is, really mental health, the core, the base, the foundation. My BS, my belief system is founded, is that's the foundation of good mental health, is to be able to go, what a great day. Wasn't perfect. Things happened I wasn't expecting or didn't want or don't like, but hey, tomorrow's a new day. And I did the best that I could under those circumstances. If there's something I have to do different, I'll try to do it tomorrow. Can't promise, but you know what? It's another day in that dash between birth and death where I get a chance tomorrow to live, love, laugh, learn, problem solve, create, connect, care, love. That is a discipline that if you do that on a consistent basis, you'll begin to wake up not dreading, not looking at the headlines, not worrying, not in fear. Fear stands for future events already ruined, but anchored no matter what happens in knowing who you are, and you are 88% fabulous, not a throwback in the bunch, one of a kind, wonderful. And as you can tell, I was at Agape yesterday where my big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith, continues to inspire us and me in particular, because he's the guy that I credit with this view of life that is just keeps getting better. 17, oh my, anniversary is on the 22nd, so we're getting close. 17 years ago, that's when I found out that everything that I thought defined me, like past pain, past hurts, past shame. None of that matters. What only matters is right now, today, and what I'm doing with my life. So there you go. There's the story. Didn't mean to tell that one during breakfast, but now you have the whole story. Bottom of the bow. What do I like about myself? I like the fact that I give credit where credit is due. I love that anyone else's success is not a threat to mine, and that I can celebrate everyone, even if it's a strong, independent woman that's not me. I can say, yay, you. I can say, I'm really happy for your success. I appreciate my ability to own praise and compliments. Wasn't always like that. I get 99 compliments and one insult, and my mind would be constantly focused on that one horrible thing that someone said to me. And all of the 99 compliments would just kind of go by the way. Now, I'm not embarrassed by compliments. I receive them with the love that they are sent with, and I appreciate them. But they are also not my foundation. I'm not walking around looking for approval like a lot of the newer generation is with social media. Yes, numbers are great. As you can see, I hit 4.7 million impressions on the YouTube TV channel. And I thank all of you for that. Couldn't do that without you. At the same time, compliments and criticism are just the icing on my cake. My cake, I bake. It's mine. And I take responsibility for my cake. And criticism and compliments are just icing. So there you go. That's it for breakfast. Thanks for joining me this morning. And since it is Mental Health Matters Mondays, a lot of what I said is already an entree into our topic of the day. But first, thanks for joining me for breakfast. And I hope you continue this good life habit every weekday morning with me here on Take My Advice. I'm not using it. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show on KCAA, NBC News Radio, the station that leaves no listener behind, AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe, give me the finger, you get an alert every weekday morning to join me here. Thanks for joining me for breakfast. And now I'm still trying to put my my story up here for all y'all on Instagram who are sleeping in, or it's a holiday today. It won't be a holiday if you're listening on the AM side, but this is President's Day. I could have taken a break, but I love this show. I'm sorry. I do this show for me primarily. That you get benefit, that's a side occupational hazard that I love. So let's see. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, I'm looking for my gong. Today is Monday, Mental Health Matters Mondays. So the topic of the day is standing out and standing in and standing up and standing down. I have no doubt we will not get all of those covered in this hour, but I will try. I don't know why I came up with that. It just seemed like a fun play on words, which is one of my favorite things I do that I'm good at, is playing with words, like my big brother. Let's see. Let me just finish this on my YouTube channel, YouTube TV channel. Everybody should know how to get to that. Just Google. My assistant Google will tell you that Dr. Marissa Pay is on YouTube TV channel, and it's Mental Health Matters. Trying to put it somewhere where it doesn't get in the way of my beautiful. I don't know if you saw the post, but the promo post. But my Valentine's made me a superhero. I had no idea that I'm beginning to really like AI, because it really allows you to do a lot of stuff. There's nothing to be afraid of, folks. I mean, you can be afraid of AI if you want, but now's the time to really go and for free before they lock it down. There's so many places you can learn how to play with AI that I had no clue about. And it is truly a fun exercise to see yourself as a superhero. There's several more that will be coming. Oh my goodness, oh, look, he's got a peace sign. I love it. Latim Stephen Olam. Hello from Gulu, Northern Uganda. Give you a special welcome. Where is there it is. Oh, I'm so tickled. I do believe I don't remember your name, so welcome to the show. And I don't think I've ever had a love streamer from Northern Uganda. I may have seen Uganda before, but not Northern Uganda. I'm so grateful you're here. And obviously, you know who I am because you put a peace sign in your thumbnail, just like Gladys Knight did from stage in the middle of a song, which I am so tickled will be for the rest of my life. But welcome, Latim Stephen Olam, to the show. So excited. I am so grateful for technology and its ability to bring us all closer together. And Lord knows, we are just so entertaining as human beings that the more the merrier. And collecting like-minded, love-hearted people from all over the world is one of my favorite things to do. So yay. All right. So back to the topic, standing. So standing is taking a stand. That's another, but stand is a purposeful action. So when people see, by the way, today, since it is Mental Health Matters Mondays, I give a free audiobook copy of my #1 Amazon national bestseller, 8 Ways to Happiness. So all you need to do is go to my website, and I'd like to thank Alando for fixing my website. It was down, the shop pages were down for a little bit, which was very annoying. And I couldn't get help from Wix to help me with that. But that's another story. But I'm so grateful that he was able to put my shop back together. So all you need to do, I'm going to show this to you now, is go to, let's see, on the top here, you'll see choose happiness shop. Is this this is the unfixed one. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. There's the fixed one. Choose out all across the top. You'll see the different tabs. Go to the last one. Or you can fill in your email just when the pop-up comes. But let me show you what you're going to get for free. Is 8 Ways to Happiness audiobook. So the first row, last one, is the audiobook. It's worth $19.95 plus tax. So you're getting that for free. And you just add it to your cart. Let's see if this is all working. Good. And then here's the promo code. If you email me, I will give you a promo code that will get you a free audiobook copy. And yes, I do narrate it, which is kind of cool. So you can go and get that for free. I just want to point out too that if you want to give yourself a gift for Chinese New Year, which is Year of the Horse, and you would like to be happier, I do individual coaching sessions. Normally it's double this price or close to double. It's half price right now. And then get happy power hours. This is my newest offering. Every first Tuesday of the month, we're going to have a small group powwow or a large group, depending on how many want to come in. And there's no commitment for a contract or anything, you just pay as you go. I just ask that you do it ahead of time, and that way, let's see. If you need to cancel, I think it's 72 hour. I'll have to go take a look at that. But anyways, we want to create a mastermind of folks who want to get happy and into their power. That's why it's Get Happy Hour, Get Happy Power Hour. All right. And topics are, whatever you'd like. This small group will, be bound by, agreeing not to be all, it's not going to be broadcast or anything. So it's a private, smaller, happy group that we're going to work on our happiness. And certainly if there are questions about how to start a podcast or how to write a book or other things that I do teach in, but the focus will be personal mastery in any category. So if you'd like to do that, this is my colleagues are not happy with me because they charge at a zero on that. But I'm always been and will always be cognizant to the money energy that for small businesses and entrepreneurs may not be expansive, but the understanding is when it does hit and your ship comes in, that you come and sponsor other people so that they are able to come and also be part of the group. So that's my mastermind start. March, I believe it's March 2nd is the first, nope, March 3rd is the first one of those, but you can count on every Tuesday. I think it's 7. Someone asked what time zone. It's 7 p.m. Pacific time. If I have enough people asking for a different time, I will switch. So feel free to message me and let me know. All right. So back to the topic, which is standing is a purpose. So the reason why I got sidetracked there was people ask me all the time, 8 Ways to Happiness. I don't have time to read. No, I don't want to buy your book. No, they say, just give me a hint. What is the number one way to happiness? And I will give you the same answer. It's the word. It's called choice. And choice is a muscle that we can't, especially Americans, sorry, tough love here, putting the moose on the table. You would think that we have a gun to our head to focus on headlines or talk about bad news or MS, meaningless scrolling. Those things are choices, right? Talking about people you don't like is a choice. Talking about bad weather is a choice. You noticed how I talked about the weather this morning in a way that I could feel good about it, which is I get to wear, my cold clothes. So every topic has a choice. You have the power, the strength to choose how you look at something, how you talk about something, how you react to something. But we somehow think that we have lost that choice in America. We think we have to do things and tune into the headlines when we don't have to. Sure, when a tragedy happens, it's difficult not to pay attention to that. And I would say, go look at it. Feel compassion. Say a prayer, take a breath, send people love and healing and comfort, and then choose to step away from the device. We don't have to sit there and watch an entire day's worth of replaying whatever that tragedy is, and then having experts come onto the screen talking out of their assets saying, well, it could be this or it could be that, it could be this. It's like you're not going to know for at least 48 hours what the real facts are around any of that. So why do we waste 48 of our hours of our day that you don't get back? It's not rollover. Life isn't singular, if you remember that. We don't get it back. So it's really, really saddens me, but it's none of my business. But this is the solution that I offer. If you want to strengthen that muscle called choice, this is where you come, because I'm going to give you, a little bit of tough love like I just did. So Stand is a purpose. So standing out is a purpose. You cannot stand out if you play small. You cannot stand out if you believe the voices that told you you're not all that. You cannot stand out. And let me clarify, I don't want people standing out in a bad way. I do not buy into or condone or like that silly expression. Any press is good press. That's bullshit talkie. Sorry. Moose on the table again, because bad press is bad press. And I know I may have said this to you before. I apologize if I'm repeating, but those people who say, let's see, where am I here? I'm going to take that. I lost myself. There we go. Okay. I've got my little doctor up. Let me take that out. People who say that they, stars, Hollywood, celebrities. I do a lot of red carpets thanks to this show, thanks to my broadcasting hat and news reporter. I pick my stories. I don't go where I don't want to go. When I get called to cover, tragedies, accidents, shootings, I don't go. I cover stories that if there's a tragedy, there's a solution. Homelessness. I have people on who are doing something that directly affects people that are homeless. So I do talk about problems, but it has to have a solution. There's like 10 ways I could go with this now. I'm trying to tone myself down. I was talking about bad press being a good press. It's not. I want you to stand out for good things. I don't want viral videos about people doing stupid stuff, or viral, you're known for, you said something horrible, or viral. Like, I want you to stand out in positive regard, right? Because anybody can stand out, right? But it's like stupid rules, or if it bleeds, it leads. You say inflammatory things. I don't want you to be known for that. People have asked me, is there going to be a point where you're going to wear a cap and hide and big glasses so you're not recognized? No, because I know I'm recognized for good things. I'm known for hope and happiness. How much better can that get? You can't get much better. And why would I not want to be recognized for that? If I don't have time to stop and look someone in the eye and tell them, I'm going to get emotional because I do this with kids because it was done to me. You can be, do, and have anything and everything your heart's desire if you believe in yourself, if you believe that you are one of a kind, wonderful. And my math teacher in grade 10, JJ Bristow, at not Lincoln Heights, at Blueville Heights High School. I forgot the name of my high school in Kitchener, Waterloo. It was actually in Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. He kept me after class. He knew that my home life was traumatic and saw the light in my eyes begin to dim. And he pulled me aside and after class, and he said, he didn't address the pain. He didn't address the hurt or trauma. He just reminded me and said, I believe that about you, and I will believe that about you until you can believe that about yourself. And so that's I pass that forward. And every time I'm working, when I used to fly internationally and speak, I remember when I did a talk for MasterCard in India, I asked them, they said, was anywhere you'd like to see, Taj Mahal? Yes. And please take me to a school where I can look in children's eyes and tell them this message. And I've had people who come back and say, "You changed my life." And so we all have that gift to give to other people, but we got to start by believing it in ourselves. If you can't believe that you have something to stand out that is positive about yourself, I want this day, whatever day it is that you're listening to this, to be the day that you embrace that and own that. And because I'll hold that truth for you until you can believe it for yourself. But, there's a lot of people. So I could use some help in that. So, all right. So standing out, that is my little talk about standing out. And I want you to stand out for something good. And it doesn't have to be giant. Um, I love my big brother, Michael Bernard Beckwith said, he was talking about flowers and how they are evidence of God smiling. And he also said, I believe it was him, who said, not all flowers give off when they bloom oxygen, right? They give that's one of their gifts to the world and to us, is when they bloom, they're giving off oxygen, and they give us delight with the color and and how beautiful they look. That's another gift. But some flowers bloom where everybody can see them, right? That's me, right? I'm on camera. That's him. He's on stage and on camera. I'm also on stage. So we are public, right? Flowers, right? And somehow our culture, our society has placed a lot more value on public flowers than private flowers. And private flowers are just as important as public flowers. Private flowers are higher up on the mountain, maybe at the top of the mountain, less people to see them, but they're still contributing and of value and of one of a kind wonderful. I think the writer's strike, for me, helped me understand that the celebrities, actors that we see and we seem to have a fascination, a obsession around, really are only part of the equation in all of the things that you like. And those who know me, I love movies. That's my treat. I negotiate. If I finish this part of my work that I don't like, I get to go see a movie. So that's my, so good thing I'm in media. So, I recognize and will acknowledge and give kudos to the actors, but I also give kudos to the writers and the kudos to the producers and the directors and the makeup artists, all and technology, all the people. That's kind of like a good example of the actor is the public flower that everybody sees, but all the way up the mountain are flowers behind the scenes that do everything. So if you're a behind the scene flower, you can still stand out, man. There's nothing wrong or not of value in what you're good at doing. Now, let me talk about that for a second. You can stand out for more than one thing. There's another bullshitaki, another moose on the table, jack of all trades, master of none. That's bullshitaki. It's a BS belief system that keeps us in jobs we don't like because we're good at it, but I don't like it. So, but it makes the money and I have a standard of living now. And so therefore I cannot do it. And so a lot of my clients as an organizational psychologist hate their job, don't want to go to work, but they have to. And that's bullshitaki. Your life, you've got a lot of life. You've got a lot of hours that you don't have to sit numbly watching news or headlines or stocks or whatever it is that numbs you out. Those are good times. One of the things I do with my coaching clients is they have to spend 8 minutes every day in an activity called Google Play. And I'm going to change it to AI Play, because AI is not something like, only the tech nerds. Anybody can play with AI. My friend showed me, Gemini is free, and ChatGPT is free for a certain time. And there's so many different AI apps now. You can play with them and come up with really funny things to amuse yourself with, like me as a superpower. So I'm going to call it AI play. Why don't you do that instead of, I love series. I love, watching movies, but there's balance, right? There's time where you can use your creative choice of your attention to learn new things. You can be good at a number of things. All right. So that's standing out. Standing up, what you permit, you promote. If you don't like what's going on around you, right, ask yourself first, can I come up with a solution to ease the dis-ease that I feel with the situation, right? So I'm not asking people not to march at things. I'm not asking for people not to stand up for things. However, I'm going to ask you this question. Can you change what it is that you're mad about? Because a lot of the time we choose to be mad about things and talk about things and get angry about things that affects stress, which affects our health, that you cannot change. You had time to change before voting. Okay, that was one thing. And the voting showed the state of our nation. Like it or not, we're divided, right? United States is an oxymoron right now. However, there are things you can do, but I would ask you, is it going to affect, right? When you are angry and violent about a change, you are adding energy to the other side. So you can help the other side, whoever that is, by being angry about it. War on drugs, war on obesity, war on starvation, war on trafficking, war is war. And war begets war, and you're just adding to the problem. Sorry. That is the law of attraction at work. Can't change it. Like gravity. You don't even have to believe in it. That's the way it is. Esther Hicks, another great one of my teachers, Abraham Hicks. Quit fighting. Let go of the rope. If you cannot change it, let go of the rope. You cannot unborn your child. If your child is piss-offing you, you can't unborn them, right? You can't say you're not my kid anymore. Doesn't work, right? You can go to support groups if they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing that's hurting them, but you detaching with love. Al-Anon's good. Codependency Anonymous is good. There's lots of support groups that will help you not be so hopeless and helpless when it comes to your reactions. You're responsible for your reaction. So whatever it is that you're standing up against, make sure you can actually change things with the energy that you're giving it. If you cannot, it is better to love from afar, and turn your attention elsewhere where things can make a difference, where you can make a difference in what you're standing up for. All right. Stand out, stand up, stand down. I kind of covered that one just now. It's don't poke the animal. It's one of my favorites. Let go of the rope. You can't have a tug of war if you let go of the rope. Learn how to when to hold and when to fold. And when I feel my blood pressure coming up, when I feel my breath getting short, when I feel some color coming up, I know that I'm in a choice point of, do I really want to die on this hill, right? Do I really want to die on this hill? Is this the hill you want to die on? Is what I ask myself. And I stop and I'll say, yes, because I'm in my, emotion. And then I'll say, I have a rule, 24 hours before I send an email, right? at least 10 minutes before sending a text. That's a tough one. I have a tendency sometimes to have a trigger thumb, text and thumb. But I try not to react, because every moment you're in anger, you lose, 7 or 8 IQ points. So if you're sending a message when you're pissed off, most likely having a knee-jerk reaction, you will almost be guaranteed to look like a jerk. And I'm looking at the time, and I cannot believe I missed my half break. Well, quarter break I always miss, but please. I need to take a break for news, weather, and traffic, or my station manager is going to get annoyed with me. But we'll be right back in 2 and 2. Peace in, peace out with more Mental Health Matters Mondays and standing out, standing up, standing down here on Take My Advice. I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, the station that leaves no listener behind. I'll be right back for the last quarter of the show.
Well, she has been dubbed the Asian Oprah, and she just wants all of us to be happy.
Dr. Marissa, aka the Asian Oprah, says the most important thing you can choose is choosing to be happy.
You are tuned into my weekly talk radio TV show called Take My Advice. I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa.
That's the idea for Dr. Marissa Pay's new book called 8 Ways to Be Happy.
Many of us say, I am my own worst critic. Nobody's harder on me than I am. And my response to that is, stop it. Why are you doing that to yourself? You have to be your biggest fan, because if you can't at the end of the day say, I did a good job, who is? We don't have to constantly be angry at the things that are wrong. Why don't we choose to be happy about things that are right? We have the choice. That's our muscle. And life is so amazing if we can see it.
Take back your life with Dr. Marissa Pay.
And welcome back. You're tuned in to Take My Advice. I'm Not Using It. Get Balanced with Dr. Marissa, the morning show here on KCAA, NBC News Radio, AM 1050, FM 106.5, and streaming everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, and of course my YouTube TV channel, where if you free subscribe and give me the finger, this one, not the other one, you'll get an alert every weekday morning for the morning show here live on YouTube for 721 consecutive weeks and 4.7 million impressions now. And thank you very much for that. I am number one talk on the IE, and KCAA is the home of the Asian Oprah. And it is Monday, Mental Health Matters Mondays. So we are talking about, wait, where is my gong? The topic today is standing out, standing up, standing down, and what was the last one? I forgot. I almost made it to the end of the show. Standing up, down, out, and standing in, stand in, stand in. Yes, stand in. Why stand in? Well, I'm a stand-up comic now. So we have to talk about standing in. Stand-in's usually a term for acting or in the business, and you have someone standing in for you for lighting, or you stand in for someone. I'm going to use it as, let's see, I could go a couple of ways with this. I'm thinking imposter syndrome is one, stand in for someone else. Oh, let's do that one. Okay. Standing in for someone else. This is actually, I wanted you to do the stand up, stand out, and all of that, but stand in, wanting to be someone else. That's a good topic. There are, kids, you ask kids, who do you want to be when you grow up? And I want to be, whatever that is, especially now with Olympics on right now. I want to be an Olympian. I want to be a NFL MVP. I want to be a, rock and roll star. I want to be, and then, like this person, or like, I want to be this. And then, life happens and something, you get hurt, or, you don't have the funds to do whatever it was or whatever it is. And you get to your midlife opportunity, or your midlife crisis, as it's often called. And I do have a lot of that demographic that watch and listen to the show. So I want to impress on everyone, and it's related to the you can be a multi-hyphenate. It is not jack of all trades. It's this very moment, no matter how old or young you are. On the eve of Chinese New Year, I use Chinese New Year, I use New Year, I use Valentine's, I use my birthday, I use every holiday. I use Mondays. We are the boss of our lives, right? That's personal mastery. We can choose to start the day over, to start this chapter of my life, next chapter, to start the next chapter of my book of romance. We don't have to continue the trajectory of where your life is if you don't like it. But you got to do a pattern interrupt. You have to say, if I want something different, I got to do something different. And a lot of us are caught up in the pattern, in the habit. And I used to use this example for something else, but it applies here very well. Alarm goes off in the morning. Snooze, right? Then it goes off again. Snooze. And then it goes off again. Snooze. You look at the time. Fork. I'm late. Get up. Throw on some clothes. I hate my closet. I hate my clothes. There's nothing good to wear. And if you get into that cycle, if you've ever put something on that looks horrible, and then I guarantee you 8 changes later, it's still going to look horrible, because it's not the clothes, it's you. So just stick with the first one so you don't waste any more time. Then if you've got kids, or a husband or a significant other, a partner, you choose to take on all of the responsibility to cook and get them ready and make sure everybody's got everything out the door, drop them off. You're in the car. You choose to go work an hour and a half, 2 hours away in traffic. Someone cuts you off, of course. You give them the finger. They give you the finger. You're now 4 times more piss-offedness than you were when you woke up. And then everybody interrupts you at work, and no one's got what they said they were supposed to get done. And why is it so difficult for people to follow simple instructions? And you hate your job, and you hate your boss, and you hate your coworkers, and you hate your staff, and you hate. So then, and you miss lunch because too much work to do. So, you sit at at your cubicle, and you hate, and then you finally get to go home and sit in traffic. Someone cuts you off, right? Same thing happens. You pull into the garage. You're now 1,000 times more into your piss offness than when you woke up, right? And then you get, because you choose to take on all the responsibility for everybody, then you got to do the cooking and the cleaning, everybody comes, you get mad because they're not grateful. And you try to get them to talk about what happened in their day. And either they say something that pisses you off even more, like they upset somebody or someone upset them, and you're going to go get the bully. And then you're mad because your partner doesn't seem to care, and it all falls on you. No, I'm not spying on you and your life, but I speak from experience. And then after you get everything all cleaned up and trying to get kids doing their homework or whatever it is, finally get them to bed, you're exhausted. So what do? You sit in front of the TV and watch, whatever. You change 150 channels trying to find something good to watch, right? Then you sort of nodding off at the TV and you forget to flush. You just crawl into bed and the alarm goes off and it's snooze again. And then you say, is it Christmas already? Like, where did that time go? Now, if that sounds close to your life, and it sounded very close to my life when it was pointed out to me, you can do something different. And it's not surprising that you're not getting what you want because you're not doing anything different. So don't make drastic changes. Do not, leave your family and move to the French Riviera. That's not going to help things. But it's little things at a time. Little things, 15 minutes at a time. What do you start with? First thing in the morning. I know this is going to sound like I don't have time to do this, but I promise you, if you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do at the first time the alarm goes off, instead of hitting snooze, the first change is you sit up. If there's someone there, try not to wake them up. This is your time. You take you have at least if a snooze is 5 minutes, you have at least 15 additional minutes because you didn't hit snooze, right? So you have 15 minutes of time, and start with 2 minutes. You just put your timer for 2 minutes, and there's nothing to do except breathe. Close your eyes. You just breathe in through the nose and out through your mouth. And you connect soft shoulders, soft elbows, soft knees, and just connect your breath with your body. That's connecting. This is 3 breath technology if you haven't figured it out. 1 breath connecting with your physical, 2nd breath in through the nose and releasing all the stories and the drama. That is the mind. Okay, connecting your breath with your mind. 3rd breath in. This is the one that connects your spirit with the energy out here, with me, through chi, eternal energy. And just in that breath now, breathe easily and no more than 15 minutes. But this is meditation. You don't need a visualization. They're good. You don't need music. You don't need anything except a conscious connection to no thought. And if you're crazy like me and your thoughts go like a hamster wheel, it's okay. It'll calm down. But you got to start somewhere. And that's where I'm asking you to start. It's not a big ask. And then we can do more. Come to my monthly Get Happy Hour, Power Hours. Sign up on my website now. Just Google Dr. Marissa or Asian Oprah. You'll find me. And then I'll see you every first Tuesday of the month as we continue this work. So you can claim your birthright to be happy 88% of the time. Hope you've enjoyed this. It's all about balance. Peace in, peace out. World peace through inner peace. I actually don't really care if you, no, I care that you enjoy it, but I enjoyed having this hour with you. So now go and have the best day ever. I will see you tomorrow with Chinese New Year facts and superstitions for the year of the horse. Have the best day ever.